dudes and dudettes who are into sleds. Some people on this channel are going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Because I haven't uploaded power sports content in quite some time. Huge passion of mine. So I just snow checked an Arctic Cat, or 2020 Riot X by Arctic Cat. Most of you guys know what it is if you're into these kind of sleds. Full disclaimer, I'm not a mountain rider. I've never had a mountain sled before, and I'm kind of wondering if I made a mistake. I'm hoping that maybe there's some genuine people out there that have mountain sled experience that could maybe comment on this. I'm going to be riding in the western mountains of Maine, so not huge mountains, but I'm tired of like going out on off trail and playing because the groom trails are just getting boring and just getting absolutely buried, right? And I don't even want to go out by myself sometimes because it gets pretty bad. But anyway, so I'm wondering if I made a mistake. Did I make a mistake by snow checking the X instead of just the regular Riot? And here's my thoughts. So I'm going to buy 2 sleds, and part of this is going to be to do a video comparison for the 2019 snow or 2020 season. And so what I was thinking of getting is a Polaris Switchback and either do the 1.6 Cobra or the 2-inch track. Can't decide yet. Was hoping maybe you guys could help with that. And then the plan was to compare that to the Riot or the Riot X. And I picked the Riot X because I really, really wanted the telescoping or the adjustable steering stem. I think that'll really help me. I just didn't realize that you can't get the 1.6 Cobra on the X. And so there's some conflicting information out there. The website says like 2.25 for the track. Other places say 2 inches or vice versa. I might be butchering that. The other thing that has me worried is there's quite a bit of trails that you got to ride to get out to the playground, right? And so, for example, I think what's the ski stance? The ski stance on the Riot X is adjustable from 39.5 to 41.5. The ski stance on a Switchback Assault is 42.5. Will that 1 inch make a huge difference in cornering? Gotta love it when the memory card's full in the middle of a video. Haha, my fault. Should I have gotten do you really think it'll be that big of a deal? I mean, we're gonna have to trail ride quite a bit, just because that's the type of terrain, and they're not big, steep chutes up there. And the snow is probably not super deep compared to some other places, but man, you get way out in the windmill territory and things like that, it can be a lot of fun. But I just don't want to be hating myself. Like, okay, so I watched the snow tracks, both the reviews, or like the little cell phone video for the walk around for the Riot and the Riot X. And I think either they're misspeaking on a couple of pieces of information on the sleds, or either that there's like a misconception, because when I watched like the Rev 550 rider, like his overview of the Riot test ride for the demo, it looks like to me they really tightened those sleds up to where there's no ski lift. I think they've tweaked them so they were super flat-footed for that. I could be wrong, but I would imagine that the Riot X is not going to be that flat-footed. So 2 questions. Did I screw up by getting the Riot X, number 1, with the 2-inch track? Is it going to be a bitch to ride on a lot of the trails with a 2-inch track, or will it be okay? And number 2, did I screw up with the Riot X because the front end is too narrow and it's not going to have good trail manners at all? Should I cancel it? I don't know if that's possible, but should I cancel it and should I get the X? Am I setting myself up to do a decent comparison with getting the Switchback Assault? And should I do a 2-inch track on that or the 1.6? Obviously, it makes the most sense to do a Switchback Assault with a 1.6 Cobra and do the regular Riot with a 1.6 Cobra. But then I don't get the adjustable steering stem on the Riot X. It's so stupid to me why they did that. Why the fuck didn't they just make that feature available on all of them? It doesn't make any sense to me. But when you compare those two, I mean, the Switchback Assault looks like it has more ground clearance, has a meaner stance almost. Could be the colors throwing me off on the Riot X because that green is just like, whoa. But what do you guys think? Some background. I've ridden all types of sleds, but they're always trail sleds. Always in the 120s, maybe 130s max. Never any mountain sleds. I've ridden a lot of Dragons, old XC chassis. Let's see, a lot of Dews, some old MXZ 600s. Pretty much all the old trail sleds. That's what I'm coming from. So I'm just worried that, you know, my expectation and how this sled is going to perform. However, it's a 2020 sled. I've never had a new sled like this before, so it probably handles like it's on rails anyway. If you have, if you're a good balanced rider and you have any know-how at all, I would imagine you can throw it through the turns no matter. I mean, it could be a 160 something and it would probably be fine. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Should I make some adjustments to that? Is the comparison going to be good? What would you do if it was your sled set up for those riding conditions? Thank you guys so much. If you can just comment down below and help me out with this, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.